In this video, we're going to show you everything you need to know when visiting Koh Phi Phi.
It's 6:30 a.m. and we are heading to Leh Bay. We are going so early so we can beat all the crowds because this place is a tourism magnet.
When you're in Koh Phi Phi, there's tours everywhere where you can go book a trip to Leh Bay or any of the snorkeling beaches. But we were just walking around and went to the longtail boats and just asked one of the boat drivers what they charge. We're able to save a little bit of baht doing it that way. So if you want to try that, you definitely can.
There are so many boats here, so it definitely makes when you're leaving first thing in the morning, when all the boats are here, it makes it very difficult to maneuver your way out from there. We've got one other longtail boat going out with us right now. Otherwise, most of the other tours don't start going till 9, 10 a.m. because everyone here is partying until late. So right here behind me, I have Leh Bay, and it is on the island of Phi Phi Lee. It's one of the 6 islands that make up the Phi Phi Islands. This beach is most famous for the movie The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. You used to be able to take boats all the way up into the beach, and this place had thousands of people every single day. But they started noticing all the coral was dying from the sunscreen of people and from all the boats, and there's little black tip reef sharks here, and they were all going away and dying. So for 3 years, this entire place was closed. You couldn't come here. They've recently reopened it up, but it's under strict marine conservation. So no boats can go any further than this. So to enter the beach, you have to go around to Somay Bay, and then you walk through. But once at the water, you can only go to, I think, about ankle or like mid-shin height. You can't even swim here.
Do keep in mind when you enter Leh Bay that you do have to pay 400 baht per person if you come by longtail boat. Kind of expensive, so I hope it's really worth it.
The famous Leh Bay Beach. This is one of Thailand's most iconic spots, and I don't think it's worth it. There's already this many people here, and it's 7:20 a.m. So I couldn't even imagine once all the tours start at 9, 10 a.m. So yeah.
Boy, she complains a lot, am I right? If you've never seen the movie The Beach, you should watch it because there's a scene where Leonardo DiCaprio kills this giant shark with a knife. And you will not find sharks that big at Leh Beach. Instead, they're little black tip sharks, baby sharks, do-do-do-do-do-do.
While this beach is known for its beauty, Thailand has a ton of gorgeous, beautiful beaches. Our last islands we were just on, Koh Mook and Koh Lanta, is full of beaches that the water and the sand look the exact same. Granted, do you have these massive limestone cliffs? No. So of course Leh Bay is going to be famous for that. But I don't know. But I see 3 baby reef tip sharks. Cat's not gonna move a muscle right now, and hopefully they're gonna swim a little closer to us and we can get them on camera.
I can't resist. There they are.
Can you see?
The massive black tip reef shark.
And after this, we're going snorkeling with the black tip reef shark. And I might even take one home as a souvenir.
He's kidding.
Or am I?
The sand here is so soft.
So we were here for a total about 20 minutes because really that's all you need to get your Instagram photos and some videos and all that jazz, because after that there's not much to do. The tour boats are definitely rolling in now.
Right back there is where we entered to go into Leh Bay, and now right here we are jumping and we're gonna do some snorkeling. Let's go. Well, that snorkeling didn't last too long because there was a lot of jellyfish in the water. So we hopped in, saw a bunch of fish. The coral is gorgeous. The water is crystal clear. There was a lot of fish, but a lot of jellyfish. So after we probably each have 10 stings on us, we hopped out. The seas are rough today. We spoke with somebody and he said a storm's coming in later today, so he said today was our best bet to go do the Maya Bay and Phi Phi Lee Island. But wow, yeah, the waters are getting rough. So we are now still on the island of Phi Phi Lee, but we are on Leh Bay. And this is my favorite part so far on this tour. The water is it's Gatorade blue. That's the only way to describe it. And these limestone cliffs are just everywhere. This is the coolest scenery I've ever seen. It's incredible. That park entrance fee that we paid for Maya Bay, you have to also have it to be able to access here and to be able to snorkel in any of the water. So I guess it's worth it to pay the money. Blue Gatorade, baby.
Now this is the water that looks like the beach when Leonardo DiCaprio kills that shark.
No jellyfish here. Bao, our captain, made us some fresh pineapple. And oh my gosh, it's so good with this gorgeous view. It doesn't get better than this. Right back here we have Viking Cave. We're definitely not going in that though because it doesn't look like it's holding up too well. Don't know if I trust those bamboo sticks holding the cave up.
Wang Long Bay is on the island of Koh Phi Phi. It was a last minute decision for us to come here and we're so glad we did. The water is crystal clear, the snorkeling's impeccable, and there's just monkeys on the cliff sides hanging out. We highly recommend it to add it to your boat tour when you're going out at Koh Phi Phi.
So behind me here, I've got Monkey Beach. Maybe it's Bay, I'm not sure. But it's where there's monkeys. They always come down to the beach. You can feed them. It's a hot spot. As you can see, there's a bunch of tour boats behind me. So I think we're gonna skip it. It is usually part of the tour when you're going out to see Maya Bay.
All right, now we're at Shark Point at the end of Long Beach, and you can swim from the beach out here, but we figured while we have the boat, we might as well have them just stop. And the water has calmed down enough and it looks crystal clear. So let's go see if we can see some sharks.
One thing to keep in mind if you're gonna swim out Shark Point, it's about a 100-meter swim, but it's not fully protected from boats. Boats will be driving through this area where you're swimming across. They are always keeping a lookout for swimmers and people, but that's a gamble if you want to take the risk.
So we didn't see any sharks. There are a lot of little jellyfish. It's not a huge deal, but it does kind of get annoying being stung quite often as you're swimming. So just something to keep in mind if you have sensitive skin, maybe wear a long sleeve or a wetsuit or something of the sort.
We just got done with the tour. Pat is starving though, so he kind of left me to try and go find a spot to eat. I think I see him. Let's go see if he found something.
You have two choices for lunch. You either want Burger King or do you want a $12 burger from McDonald's? You'll notice from seeing the Burger King and the McDonald's at Koh Phi Phi, it's definitely more commercialized and also developed. One thing I did notice though in some of the streets, it's kind of smelly, and I wonder if that's just from a poor sewer system or if it's also because there are so many tourists coming year round that there's a lot of waste and it's tough for all of it to be disposed of. I'm not sure, it's just sometimes you get a kind of a funky smell that my nose does not like. You'll notice when you get to places like Koh Phi Phi, since they are more touristy, they're a little bit more expensive. But if you look you can find great deals. This lady makes awesome mango shakes. They're fresh and they're only 40 baht, where everywhere else you can pay 70 to 80 baht for a mango shake. So we come here every day.
And you get all this for 40 baht, which is under $1.50. Yes, please. That boat tour was amazing, but it exhausted us, so we had to go back to the room and take about a 3-hour nap. But now we're out tonight and we're eating some delicious street food. Here at Koh Phi Phi, you can find plenty of food options, from budget friendly to very fine dining. We're eating at this plaza area and it's very cheap. Let's dig in.
In Koh Phi Phi, there are a bunch of bars and night events that you can go and check out, but we highly recommend going to Hippie's Bar and Restaurant on the beach. Every night from 7 to 9, they play live acoustic music, which is pretty awesome if you like live music and want to just chill and relax. But also from 9 to 10, there's a fire show.
Working for a man who brings home.
I belong West Virginia,
A mountain mama, take me home. The country road.
Okay, that fire show was absolutely amazing. Hippie Bar is a little bit further away though. It's over at Long Beach, and that area definitely feels so secluded and quiet compared to where we've been staying at. So we're heading back over that way, and let's see how crazy it's getting over there, because Phi Phi Island is known for its wild parties.
Good morning. It's a beautiful morning on Koh Phi Phi Island. We're gonna start the day off by renting some kayaks and exploring some nearby beaches. I think it's gonna be a good day. They kept saying a storm was gonna come, but every morning we've woken up and it's been blue skies. So the weather is with us. Yes, the weather is with us.
Prices are kind of different everywhere we've seen, but we're getting a tandem kayak for 400 baht for 3 hours, which is like 12 bucks for 3 hours. We're gonna go out to Leh Bay and then Monkey Beach and a little coral spot that I read about. It's gonna be really great, and with the rental you get a dry bag. So we're gonna throw some stuff in there now.
All right, we made it to Leh Bay. It took us about 45 minutes to kayak out here. It wasn't too bad to do, even if you're a novice kayaker like me. But New Beach is very small, which is kind of nice because not a lot of people come out here. Right now there's 2 boats and us here, and the water is so blue. Maddie calls it Gatorade blue, which I'd have to agree. So we're gonna spend the next hour and a half just snorkeling, hanging out, and enjoying the beach. We were gonna also go to another beach, but I don't think we're gonna have enough time. So I think we're just gonna enjoy this bluebird day and hang out. And as vloggers, we had a plan to show you how the snorkeling is here, but somebody forgot to charge the GoPro. Any guesses who that person was? I already have a feeling everybody's gonna blame me, but for once, I did not do it.
For the most part in a relationship, I'm like the type A person, and I always make sure everything is in the right order, and I kind of am anal about a lot of things like that. But when it comes to having things charged, Pat is like stickler about that one. He's always like, is this charged, where's our battery back? And I always forget to charge things. Like my phone's always dead, and like this time the GoPro's dead, and the water is so pretty. I'm so mad at myself. And we can't keep pulling out the camera when we're kayaking out of the dry bag, so it just also means we're not showing you any of the kayaking because we're kayaking across these gorgeous limestone cliffs, and we just don't get to share it. I'm sorry, guys. We have made it back from our kayaking trip, and we rented the kayaks at Leh Bay Beach, right in front of the Ibiza pool party area. All over Leh Bay Beach, you can find plenty of options to rent paddleboards or kayaks. This beach is right near the main city, town, village part of Phi Phi Don, and it's gorgeous. During high tide, it's great to go out and swim, and if you swim a little bit further out, you get some crystal clear water and some awesome snorkeling. But during low tide, the tide really goes out. So it's not the prettiest, but definitely worth it during high tide. And the sand here is so soft, and there are a ton of restaurants and bars along this beach. One thing you'll notice that's very interesting about Koh Phi Phi is that there are no cars. There's only maybe 3 motorcycles, and they're not used for tourists either. So everything that you need is pushed around in a little push cart here on the island. It's really interesting. We are climbing up to the Viewpoint. Koh Phi Phi has some incredible viewpoints. I think there's like 3 or 4 viewpoints, and it's straight from the center of town, but you're just going up steps non-stop. Definitely not wheelchair accessible. Oh my god. Those are steep. So those cost 30 baht per person. That's gonna be roughly about 70 cents USD. Pat says 90 cents. Viewpoint 1's got a big sign. It's got a bunch of statues like chickens and pearls and coconuts. All these different photo ops, and it's got a great view, but I think Viewpoint 2 is where we want to go. So we're heading there now. And we just came across all these butterflies. I don't know what plant this is, so let us know down in the comments if you know, but they're like swarming to this plant. And they're so cool, and they're gorgeous. They're like black with like light blue white dots. All right, we made it to the top. It's the viewpoint number 2. Highly recommend you come up to this one. You get an incredible view. From the very first step all the way up to here with some stops for photos and just filming and stops for rest, it took us about 20 minutes. So depending on your fitness level, I'd say anywhere between 20 to 40 minutes, all the way up to viewpoint 2. The view is gorgeous, but one thing to note that if it's low tide when you come up here, the view just doesn't look as cool, because on one side of the beach during low tide, tide goes really far out and it kind of looks swampy-ish. So that is something to take note of. It's kind of difficult to tell, but that is just drenched.
For the record, it was raining.
Was it raining?
Seemed to be only raining on me, but it was raining.
All right, we are heading back down. The views from up there are incredible. Definitely sunset is the time that everyone is going up to that viewpoint. Probably because the view is gorgeous, but also probably because it's not as hot as the rest of the day climbing up all these stairs.
Oh, we are back on flat ground. That was definitely worth going up to. Also, Maddie's really scared to ask, so if you could, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe.
All right, and that is a wrap on Koh Phi Phi. We spent about 2.5 days here, and we did everything from pretty much exploring all the nature here and seeing what the nightlife is like. Here's kind of our overall consensus on the island. If you're looking for a great party island and wanting to meet young people, this is the island for you. If you're looking for some of the most unreal scenery ever with these turquoise blue waters, insane limestone cliffs, and just overall gorgeous scenery, this is the island for you. If you don't mind that you're sharing this gorgeous scenery with a lot of people, this is the island for you. But if you're wanting a bit more of a laid-back, family-friendly, chill island vibe, I don't think you're gonna find it here at Koh Phi Phi, but you definitely will find it at Koh Lanta or Koh Mook, and you can check out those videos here, or maybe down in the description. One of those places, you'll be able to find it. Overall, we did enjoy our time here, but I don't know if we'd ever come back and visit, just because we personally aren't huge fans of crowds. We are here in January, which is peak tourism season, so that's obviously gonna play a part in it. We hope you enjoyed this video. We are packing up and we're getting ready to head over to Phuket. Let's go see what we get into over there.